In the heart of Meghalaya, where rain-soaked jungles hide ancient secrets, a young couple ventured on a romantic escape. But what started as a honeymoon soon turned into a twisted web of lies, betrayal, and cold-blooded murder. This wasn't a crime of passion. It wasn't an accident. It was calculated, rehearsed, and executed with chilling precision. This is the haunting story of Raja Raghuvanshi, a man who loved deeply and died because of it. A honeymoon, a hidden lover, 4 failed attempts, and 1 unforgettable end. This is Operation Honeymoon. Raja was a 28-year-old businessman from Indore, successful, family-oriented, and, by all accounts, deeply in love. He'd recently married Sonam Raghuvanshi, a woman whose heart, as it turns out, was never truly his. On May 22, 2025, the couple landed in Meghalaya for what was meant to be their honeymoon. They had just visited the Kamakhya temple in Guwahati, a symbol of spiritual power and beginnings. But for Sonam, this trip wasn't a beginning. It was the end game. They first checked into a hotel in Shillong, then tried to stay at Manha Hotel in Sora. But with no rooms available, they stored their luggage and prepared for an unusual journey. A remote, exhausting trek, deep into the forest trails of Nongriat. Most honeymooners pick cozy resorts, romantic views. But Raja and Sonam, they were going 3,000 steps deep into the jungle. With a rented scooty and a local guide named Bawan Sai, they set out on what should have been an unforgettable experience. The double-decker route bridge in Nongriat is breathtaking, but hard to reach. And for first-time visitors to go without arrangements or backup? That was rare. They stayed overnight at Shapara Homestay. And while the jungle rested under a shroud of mist, someone else was making their move. 3 men, Vishal, Akash, and Anand, had already landed in Meghalaya. Hired not for money, but loyalty. These weren't strangers. They were soldiers in someone else's war. The next morning, May 23rd, around 9:45 a.m., a tourist's 360-degree camera unknowingly captured Raja and Sonam trekking back. Sonam followed with a plastic bag, Raja ahead of her, visible, calm, unaware. Just an hour earlier, that same camera had filmed 3 men heading up the same path. They didn't belong. Their shoes were new, their faces unreadable. The stage was set, the players were in position, and Raja was walking into a trap he didn't even know existed. Raja spoke to his mother at 1:43 p.m. He complained about poor signal, promised to call later. But later never came. After that call, both Raja and Sonam's phones went silent. Hours turned to days. A rented scooty was found abandoned near Sohra Rim. No sign of luggage, no footprints, nothing. Raja's family, worried sick, flew to Shillong. A missing persons report was filed. Police began a search. Was it an accident, a slip in the forest, or something darker? Whispers began. Then the jungle answered. On 2nd June, after days of search aided by thermal drones and GPS traces from the scooty, police looked near Waisaodong Falls, a spot far off trail closed to tourists. In a 4-foot-deep gorge, they found a body. Decomposed, face unrecognizable. But the tattoo on his arm and his smartwatch told the truth. It was Raja. An autopsy confirmed everyone's worst fear. Raja had been murdered. Blunt force trauma to the back and front of his skull. A dhow, not from Meghalaya, used to split his head open. Not an accident, not a fall. This was execution. On June 9th, nearly 2 weeks after Raja's body was discovered, a woman appeared at a roadside eatery in Ghazipur, Uttar Pradesh. She was covered in a burqa, shaking, distraught. She said she had been kidnapped, injected with drugs. The woman was Sonam, but the performance didn't hold up. Her story had holes. Her tears dried too fast, and within hours, she was arrested because police already knew this was no kidnapping victim. This was the bait. As the investigation deepened, the truth emerged. This wasn't spontaneous. It was the fourth attempt to kill Raja. In Guwahati, they couldn't find a secluded enough place. In Nongriat, rain and early darkness saved Raja. In Maklia, the killers lost their nerve. But on May 23rd, at Waisaodong Falls, it happened. Sonam lured Raja down the trail, asked him to switch off his phone. At the selfie spot, while Raja posed alone, Vishal struck him from behind. Anand followed. Then Akash delivered the final blow. Sonam watched it all. The murderers split. Sonam changed into a burqa Raj had packed for her in advance. She boarded a taxi, then a bus. Sora to Guwahati, Guwahati to Siliguri, Siliguri to Patna, then Lucknow, then Indore. The flat she stayed in, already arranged, paid for. Phones were smashed, clothes burned, SIMs destroyed. But when her accomplices began getting arrested in Uttar Pradesh, panic set in. Raj told Sonam to resurface, make it look like a kidnapping escape. But this final scene was too clumsy. The curtain fell, and the police clamped down. All five, Sonam, Raj, Vishal, Akash, and Anand, were arrested. 3 more were booked for helping destroy evidence, including a property dealer and security guard. Sonam's jewelry, worth over 15 lakh rupees, was returned to Raja's family. But his father refused to take back the dowry or cash. They weren't after compensation, they wanted justice. Raja's last Instagram post read, "Together for 7 lifetimes. He believed in forever, but he never saw the dagger, hidden behind a wedding ring. May justice be served, and may Raja Raghuvanshi never be forgotten." For more crime and mystery true stories, like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next one.